Hey guys, Trouble Walk here. So, new year, new days. So, this year, I hope all your rolls are good and you have consistent D&D meetings, as impossible as that can be sometimes. I understand the feeling. But, to start out this year, what I want to talk about is another one of my favorite classes, and that is Barbarians, because I found a pretty stupid good combo, in my opinion. So, let's get right to it and start the new year out right. And anyways, so Barbarians, they're close to my heart because one of the first actual long term character I played was a Barbarian. And he's going to be the build I'm talking about today, but I found a way to make it just a little better, in my opinion. Because that build is Spirit Totem, which is an insanely good build to me. I love it, it's a lot of fun. And the interesting thing about that to me is I feel like it's slept on a lot because being a little blunt, I think a lot of people just go berserker just because like Grog from Critical Role, which I cannot blame you for wanting to make Grog. He was the man. But Spirit Totem has an absolutely insane ability. Where how Spirit Totem works is you are this barbarian really connected to the natural world, and part of that is you have like animal spirits that you can contact and get power from. It's a pretty cool ability in my opinion, and for flavoring's sake, and just for the actual lore behind it. So, you get this kind of connection to the natural world and gain power from it. And through that, you get to pick certain animals that you kind of take aspects of to make yourself more powerful. And between that, you can pick bear, wolf, and eagle. And if you get Sword Coast Adventure Guide, you can also get a tiger and an elk. And they're all pretty cool in my opinion, but in particular, the most ridiculous one to me is the bear totem. And while you can mix and match all the totems that you want, you just have to pick different ones at the different levels you reach them at. But bear totem has a insane ability where basically at third level you're resistant to all damage while raging except psychic, which you DM like me and try and balance things, that could put a damper on things because barbarians already have the highest hit die in the game. So putting resistance to all damage on top of that, that makes them very hard to take down, especially later levels when you get barbarians that are nearly impossible to get put down. So that's what I want to talk about today. Is that's the one thing. As I remember, one of the barbarians I had in particular, he hated psychic damage. He would get nervous anytime like he'd see anything that he thinks had mind powers or can do spells on him and have to make him do wisdom saves or intelligence saves. That was his only weakness. Other than that, hardly anything could stop this guy. But now I found something that fixes that. So if you haven't got Eberron Rising of the Last World, I'd recommend it. It's really good. Just realized I said war, or, world instead of war. uh, but really good book. Has a lot of good player supplements in it, and honestly some cool DM stuff as well, like insane monsters and everything. But one race in particular I think is really cool, and that is the Kalstar. That's what I want to be talking about. The Kalstar are like humans, but the lineage of them is bound to spirits that kind of talk to them in their mind. It gives them some minor psionic abilities. And the psionic abilities are what I think makes the combo insane. So Kalstar have resistance to psychic damage naturally. So you get a Kalstar Spirit Totem Barbarian. While raging, they're resistant to every bit of damage in the game. And Kalstar get advantage on wisdom saving throws. So, yeah, that's just insane to me that you can have something literally resistant to everything in the game. And it gets even crazier from that because barbarians already have advantage on deck saves that they can see because of danger sense, and they have proficiency in strength and con saves. So that's 4 out of the 6 saves they got to make. They already have an edge on. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. When I think you could possibly make the ultimate barbarian like that. So I will say the downside of this is Kalstar's stat mods are +2 wisdom and +1 charisma. So not as good in the stat department. You need to roll really good for this or slowly work your way up to getting the stats you want to have. But built right, this thing can be insane. Because just some of the other things you can do with this. Some of the other totems I'd recommend, you could go all bear if you wanted, but I think a good 6th level one is eagle, because it gives you the ability to actually see a mile out and pick up finer details, and low light doesn't give you disadvantage on sight checks, which is really handy in dungeon exploring. And the final level one, I think it's 14th level, is definitely pick eagle again. It literally gives you a fly speed equal to your movement speed, and it's so fun. My Barbarian had it, and oh, it's great. And anyways, so to really talk about some other things you could do with that to make it even more insane, in my opinion, is obviously if you have stats for it, attack the tough feat, make it to, even though you're resistant to damage, it's even harder to take you down, and go ahead and max out your con if you can. There's another feat that my Barbarian had, which I feel like this is a slept on combo, sword and board Barbarians, because a Barbarian with good AC is very scary. And also, if you do a sword and board build and do shield master feat, that means you basically can have evasion on dex saves you make, making you that much harder to take down, because you already have advantage on dex save. So if you make it, no damage at all. That takes away fireballs at all. Yeah, which is insane. That same Barbarian I had to live through 2 meteor swarms in one game because of that ability. And oh my gosh, that was awesome. So yeah, if you do all the things I'm talking about, you can have a Barbarian resistant to everything, have advantage on 2 types of the saving throws, Dex and Wisdom, and pretty much be immune to Dex ones. Have good Dex, Strength and Con saves. You are nearly impossible to take down because your health is massive. And just through a pure actual description point, I think the idea of actually being a Kalstar, a Spirit Totem Barbarian, is awesome. Because I was looking around, it seems like all the spirits are humans, or like people that lived before you. And that's a cool idea, but I think that'd be even a cool idea if you talk to your DM about it. Just be like, hey, can the spirit I'm connected to be an animal? So that could be the flavoring behind the fact your spirit totem is the fact that you were actually connected to animals that are, or other than that, it'd make for a really good ancestral guardian barbarian, which is another cool subtype. But that's about it. That is what I consider the new ultimate barbarian, because resistance to all damage ain't nothing to sneeze at. And that should be it for this video. Just want to give a quick update for the new year. Got a lot of big plans this year, and I'm really excited. I got a lot of things in the works I want to talk to you about. I wasn't able to hit 1K like I wanted to by the end of the year, but honestly, making it as far as I did, I'm happy with it. And I feel like in 1 year in YouTube, I've done really well, and I got a lot of people to thank for that. And I met so many great people throughout the year. Well, I already kind of knew J-Mac, but I met Miss Hobo Slayer right at the end of last year and got to meet the other Twitch streamers in the D&D, not the D&D community, in the area around me, and they're great. I really like them. And I've had a lot of fun getting to know all these people, and it feels good that this feels like it's actually turning into something big outside of just being the funny meme guy on Instagram. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how far this goes. And thank you for being with me on this journey. Still, to give you all a little incentive to get me that 1K mark, because I'm absolutely determined to get there. Because I've actually gained some new people recently, and what I want to talk about is what I decided a long time ago through some of the people in my Discord told me if I reach 1K, I should do the Spicy Noodle Challenge while talking about Fire Genasi character ideas, which is I like. And if you want to see me suffer because I'm not really that good with spicy food, hey, come check it out. I have my own little mini, really nerdy hot ones, I guess. Since I think about it, there's like 3 hot ones clones right now. Internet. But either way, thank you guys for all the support you give me as always. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see similar videos to this video, want me to talk about any other builds, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.